Hello, everyone. I'm noticing the chat just going off already. Yes, it is a fancy new setup. Oh my lord, it is laggy though. I need better internet. I missed him too, and Drago. I don't think they've noticed that I'm even on. They're just talking amongst themselves. You know what? If they're not going to notice that I'm on, I'm going to move something really quickly. Oh, never mind. They noticed. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's spookier. I had to move my lamp a little bit. Hello, everyone. If you notice, I am in my room, and I am on a very awful computer. There's 1,200 frame drops right now. That's not good. That means my internet's doing something awful. But, yes, it's very fancy. Let me, the live streaming is on. Alright, good. So, my phone's not gonna be going off. But yes, so this was the something wicked that was coming soon. I have been working tirelessly while I've been recovering from my, I need to turn this down a little bit. I could turn down to my headphones, but I probably need to turn down for you guys. Let me turn this down just slightly. There we go. Alright. I've been working tirelessly, preparing my computer. Clearly wasn't prepared enough, considering my internet is being run up by my mom in the living room. But I've been working tirelessly to get this all prepared. I'm working on Twitch Studio right now with my computer, and so I've got 4 little scenes. You've seen 3 of them so far. This is my chatting scene, which is just the same wallpaper you've seen on both the other ones, which is this cool little haunted house that I found this morning, or this evening actually. I saw it earlier. Then my chat's on this side, and if a little notification pops up, it's going to be up here, which you guys can't see my mouse, so I don't know why I'm saying up here. And then yeah, I've got my starting soon, which has a little countdown that I put in there, the be right back, and then a gameplay. But I need you guys to decide something for me. I have downloaded a multitude of games onto my computer, all of them horror games, because I missed my Halloween stream, having my wisdom teeth removed, and still not feeling up to it on Halloween, not to mention a multitude of other things that were going on. So, also I have my headset on with full lights on, which is wonderful. I haven't been able to do that since I've owned this. I used to use this, if you remember from the first couple streams, I used this with my PlayStation. Now I can use this with full lights and everything, which is wonderful. But I need you guys to decide something for me. I have downloaded a few games. I don't know why Steam's open. I need to open my folder. Close. Not close all. Close all windows? No. I need to exit Steam. I don't want to close all windows. That means I would close my stream window. Let me just... There we go. I've got a few games on my computer. Yeah, no. Oh, my mic's quiet. Alright, let me fix that. And it is very laggy. I am so sorry. Your mic got quiet. Alright, well... For some reason, my mic is only linked to my computer's mic. Oh, that's gonna be super loud. Yeah, it's my webcam mic. It's not even the mic on the headset, so honestly I could just push that up right now. It's not even the mic on the headset, which really irritates me. It's very laggy. Don't say a bit laggy. Say it how it is. It is super bad. I need to get a better computer if I want to continue streaming on my computer, but I just wanted to test this out a little bit. Also I have YouTube playing just some royalty-free horror music, because I did the whole something's coming thing that I've been working for, for about a week on this now. And I didn't work hard enough considering this thing is super bad right now. But so I have a multitude of games here, and I have two that I picked out to try today. Why is this folder open? I want this folder. Let me close out a couple things. Open up my gaming folder on my computer. Or I just need to borrow my mom's laptop and connect them both together so I could have double screens. Alright, so open this up so I can see the chat. Open this up. I know, it's awful. Yeah, my mom's watching a movie out in the living room, which means it's a whole lot. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this into my, yeah, I'm also using like 40% of my CPU, so that's gonna be a problem. My frame drops are so bad. So 41 slow frames. Yeah, I have like 3 on my computer. Here, I love the music, but closing that up. Oh, it's silent now. I hate that. Maybe a little bit less of my CD. I'm going to put 2 different game titles into the chat. In chat, you're gonna have to pick one game that we're gonna play today. And I've got 2 of them. Oh, I got 2 of them. They're both different. I've looked at them a little bit. I have no experience playing these games, but they're both a little bit interesting. So the first one is called, because if I say it, it's gonna be super skipped. So the first one is For Mother Matron. The second one is, let me put this up. It's called The Doll Beneath. I'm gonna move my phone out of the way. Set it inside there. Pull this closer to me so that I can not have to lean over so much. Also, I've got matcha with me and my Jack Skellington pillow that I'm just gonna like put behind my back and like lean on it a little bit so that this thing doesn't kill my back by sitting here for an hour. Alright. For Mother Matron or The Doll Beneath. So these are the 2 3,000 frame drops already. Like literally everything is yellow right now. Well, both of them are supposed to be horror games, so that's the. Alright, I'm actually gonna turn my mic back down because now there's no music behind me. There should be no reason to have this up and all. 2, 1. Okay, so we have 2 for The Doll Beneath. Put speaker back up to 0 decibels. Alright. Alright, so we are going to play The Doll Beneath. Let me open that up. We got to update for a minute. Alright. Make sure that so now I'm going to open this up to my gameplay screen. And for a minute, you're just going to see this black hole here, or this solar eclipse. Oh, that's going to be fun. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, this actually works. We're just gonna sit looking at the wonderful black hole that's over here. Hello everyone who's just joined in. Ignore the lagginess. Actually, there's no way to ignore it, but fingers crossed it goes away. It's not that fancy. So far, nothing's loading. That's not good. Oh wait, I see a. There's a circle. It's not that fancy. I'm not gonna ignore you fangirling over, but no Windows update. I'm not gonna update you right now. And I have a bunny plush that just whether had to. That would not be wonderful. That would be an awful situation. Okay. You're out of the house. Yeah, no, if a doll turns and looks at me, I'm going to shoot it with a gun. I'm just saying that. I played Resident Evil Village, and I have a new fear of dolls. Oh, something's happened. Okay. Well, this is a problem. This isn't what I wanted. Black screen. Okay. Oh. Shift tab. Come on. Can't see anything. I can't see if this is loading or anything like that, and I don't want to grab it onto my phone, so I just want to hit Shift tab so that I can access. Okay. There's just sounds. Shift tab. Shift tab. Alright, well, that means I gotta go on my phone. I need to get a double screen thing so that I can see whether or not this thing's working or not. Let's open Twitch. The easier way would be go to my channel and just see if it's loaded. Okay, there's a black screen now for me. Oh, I have 6 viewers. Let me go to my channel. No. Alright. Well, give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this. Sorry, Dalvinith. Alright. So, what I'm gonna have to do then, because you guys can see my mouse, but you can't see anything else, is I'm ignoring like hearing my voice for a second. That was bad. Alright. I'm gonna reopen Dial Beneath. No, don't shoot it. That's mean. You haven't played Resident Evil Village. You have not seen those dolls and what they can do. Alright. I'm gonna open Stream Manager on my phone like I do with my PlayStation. I don't want File Explorer. That's not what I wanted. Well, actually, yes I do. File Explorer. Gaming folder. Gotta wait another 20-30 seconds. How long it took me to get Dominic loaded. Hello. Okay. Yeah, right now the only thing that's open is Twitch Studio. So that's right now what's being shown. Did you watch Animal Creation? Well, Animal Creation's... I haven't watched Animal. I have not watched any of the Conjuring movies. No matter how much of a plan that is of mine to watch. It's no longer just chatting. Aha. It is added. There we go. Dominate.exe. Now it should be able to work. Fingers crossed. So you guys cannot see the game. Cannot see it at all? So you guys cannot see the game. What? It doesn't make any sense. I had Utopia working on this earlier. That's a problem. Alright. Because it was supposed to be capturing the doll beneath. Let me see if the other one would work. I just want to test and see if that'll work. From Mother Matron. No, we're stuck playing Tabletopia. Because that was the only one that I know that works. Problems. We love problems. Ah. Alright, scene stop. Alrighty, that sounds nice. And for Mother Matron just came out. Let me check and see. Oh, that is. Aha! You can see that, but you just can't see. Alright, let me shrink my webcam real quick. Let me move it real quick. Come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Nope. Enjoy your popcorn. Alright. So that should work. Oh, wait, where's the alert's gonna be at, though? Alert. Alert will go underneath. I'm moving some things around for this. Alright. Preview alert. Yeah, that should work. Alright. And the chat will still stay. No, yeah, the chat will still stay there. I want you guys to be able to see things. For me, it won't bug me because I can't see anything, which is not a good thing, but it. There. Well, it looks like we're playing for Mother Matron because it looks like the doll beneath is not working for me. I love how no one's really questioning what's on the screen right now. Alright, let me first edit this so that people know what's being played. Alright. For Mother Matron. It's another indie game. Alright. Alright, let us play for Mother. Let's view settings. Ooh. Display window green. Let's see if that changes anything. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Alright, it doesn't. Hear my own voice. Alright, let's go to my stream manager. I don't care. I don't need to see my own stream that much, but okay, fine. Alright. Okay. So far, I think we should be good. Turn. This reminds me of the Persona font. Like, right over here, play, load, settings, quit. That reminds me of Persona. I see it, and I'm a little bit sad as long as I can watch your stream. Again, the doll beneath wasn't loading. You guys couldn't see the game. It was loading for me, but you guys couldn't see the game. So I guess we're stuck playing for Mother Matron, which is not a problem. It was one of the other games I wanted to play. This game contains graphic content that is not suitable for children or those that are easily disturbed. Player discretion is advised. Anyone got problems with graphic stuff? Oh wait, you're on my channel. Never mind. You're all psychos just like me. Consult the content warning text file .txt file. Hey Alex, describe the content. Consult the content warning .txt file in the game's directory. Where did I go? Oh. In the game's directory, if you want to see a detailed overview of all potentially disturbing content. No, I do not want to see that. The Mother Matron loves you and considers your health incredibly important. Aw, you hear that, guys? Mother loves us. I better leave my child. The pessimist's credo, or one of them, is that non-existence never hurt anyone, and thanks to... existence hurts everyone. I can't read! Run! My consciousness swirls in an inky black... Oh my lord. What are these noises? I'm turning this up. Give me 1 second. Shift tab. Alright. Okay. Can I... I can't? Okay. Can you guys hear it good? I can't really change it, so I'd have to close the entire game out just so that I could change it. So can you guys hear it? Answer quickly so I can move on to the next text. Oh. My consciousness swirls in an inky black river of nothing. It feels familiar. I've been here before. And every time I'm here, I always think it's going to last forever. And yet... Wakefulness. Somehow my consciousness stirs. Where am I? I feel so strange. Deeply numb and lost. Almost... Why is it repeating? I rack my brain, trying to make sense of things. Questions that should have obvious answers. None come to me. Questions such as, where am I? Who am I? What has happened to me? What do I know? I know I exist. This is like existential stuff already. I know I breathe. I know this room is disgustingly warm despite its cold, cold walls. No, it's actually cold in my room. I'm gonna grab a blanket. I'm getting a blanket. I'm getting a blanket and leaving Jack in my back so that I can... there we go. I know that horrible wet sound is driving me... It is driving me mad. It definitely is driving me mad. I know red blood flows through my veins. I know my heart pumps that blood beat by beat. I know the inside of my stomach bubbles and burns with acid. I know my bladder feels like it's about to burst, filled with urine. No, I don't have to pee. I know my intestines pipe shit through over a meter of contracting meat tubes coiled in my back. Why are we talking about anatomy? main character is concerning me. But not much else. I don't remember what distinguishes me from any other sack of meat. That's what I should call people now, just sacks of meat. I rack my brain. I reach back as far as my mental arm can reach, underneath the old shelf full of baggage that writhes unpleasantly and glares at me, despite having no eyes that I can perceive. What? The weight of the shelf is crushing my arm. The act of recalling is in itself painful. It would be easier to just leave it all there. Oh, okay, I guess I have to leave it on for about a second because it goes fast. In the dark, where it might be forgotten forever, just like most of the people that were sent down there, into those hopeless tunnels. To the place I lost myself, and everything. But no, I won't forget. I have to remember, or no one else will. I have to remember, or no, oh wait, I already said that. I reach back further. The weight of a sharp corner starts to scrape layers of skin as I reach further in. What are you reaching into? I'm concerned. These sounds are getting annoying actually now. Finally what? Oh, finally my mental hand clasps around something. A small and soft object that compresses under my fingers. I pull my arm out from under the shelf. The sharp corners gouge my arm open. A crimson river runs rapid and splashes onto the floor. What is happening? All I see is this hospital equipment and nothing else. Okay, so how far behind are we in the thing? I don't want sound. I just want to see how far back we are. Okay. Except how? My arm's never moved, and I'm not even bleeding. I saw red around the screen. I felt it though. I felt my skin shredding. I heard the sound. I can even still feel the object between my fingertips. What did you grab? What am I holding? Why, it was just what I was looking for. It's a memory. It's small and hovers like faint smoke in the air. But it's a start. A pathway to more. Yes, I'm starting to remember now. Lizzie. That's it. That's my name. Okay. My name is Lizzie. It's nice to meet you. Apparently she's Lizzie. That's only a start to the breadcrumbs trail, though. I have to follow it. It's easier to live through a memory when you can share it with someone. You'll listen, won't you? You'll help me retrace my steps? Good. Good. Oh, but where to begin? Where should the dark fade? Where should I... Oh.
Wake up!
Oh, we have voice acting now. Sweet! Huh?
Finally. Jeez. You were old, Liz.
Is this a sweatshop? Are we in a sweatshop right now? What? I was covered in sweat, my eyes darting around like flies to figure out my surroundings. I was in the hangover of a deep dream that clung to me like glue. In front of me was a blurry shape of a person. A boy? A young man? Male at least. He sounded old. He's staring at me with a concern and frustration, almost like he wants to hit me across the head with a 2x4. Where am I? Who are you? That is an old man. I'm sorry, that is an old man. He frowns at me.
You really were out there to the world, huh? You're at the workshop, Lizzie. In Pack Rat, where you work. And I'm technically your boss, though I like to think we're all on the same team here. My name is Fred.
Hang on. Oh, I'm trying to turn the sound up.
Starting to ring any bells
Oh,
yet?
there we go. Oh, right. Right. And, what do I do? Great voice acting. Looking at him now, Fred gives me the impression of a chubby bear. His face almost has a snout. His nose twitches back and forth when he's not talking. Maybe it's just dust irritating his nostrils. He pinches the bridge of his nose and closes his eyes. You know, like the face of someone who's really, really irritated with you.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Please tell me you're kidding. Wow, that's good at voice acting. I suppose, even with no memory, it's not that hard to deduce. There's a sewing machine throughout the room, and I'm seated at one. Clearly I sew. I must be good at it too. It's soft and comfy, like a warm blanket or a corgi with its own ass. And then again, I can see little scars speckled on my fingers. Were they scars of experience or scars of clumsiness? Thank you. And sorry, I'm reading your guys' comments. I need to stop doing that. Let's say I was the former. Experience. I let out a little chuckle and smile. Yeah, I am. I had you going there, huh? In truth, I was only half kidding, but I assumed/hoped I'd start remembering the other parts once I woke up more. Fred didn't find the jokes funny.
You people sometimes. Tell you what, Lizzie. You're clearly running low on steam. I really shouldn't do this, but you need the rest. The Mother Matron won't appreciate your slacking. Perhaps you can make it up in the coming weeks. Go home, get some sleep. Maybe stop by Spruce's clinic too. Get a checkup. You have 2 days off, max.
2 days? Wow, that's a lot for a sweatshop. Okay, I'll go home. Except, where was home? Wake up, me! Wake up! I sat there for a moment, trying to remember where to go. Excuse me?
Lizzie! Go!
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wearily, I stumble out of the workshop. I feel exhausted to my bones. Aches and throbbing pain deeply seated within my flesh. What the? How was that a sentence? Hang on. I feel exhausted to my bones. Aches and throbbing pain deeply seated in my flesh. There's a dreamlike haze resting on the world around me. It feels unfamiliar. Clearly this is a place I should know. This is apparently where I work. and yet I have no idea where I am. I rack my brain, I pat my pockets, hoping to find a clue. Fortunately for me, there is one, a small notebook. I open it and thumb through. Bits and pieces are starting to come back to me as my eyes scan the scattered diary entries, notes, and doodles. Finally, I find the most helpful page. Whoa, wait a second. Right, I remember now. Stay away from Friendshed. The boss was correct. I was a pack rat now. I was in Pack Rat right now. Named so because of how densely filled the area is. Every building here is some kind of workshop or storage zone. Some places here are packed so full that you could barely walk around them. Though fortunately, the place I worked was roomier. More broadly speaking, I'm in the boarding. The town, city, I call home. A secluded place enclosed in a makeshift walls made from whatever was available. Scrap metal, old furniture, repurposed rubble. Outside the walls is an endless miasma of fog that obscures things. No one really seen what's out there, and anyone that's attempted to explore the mists has never returned. If I had to describe this place, I'd guess I'd say it's like a half-empty glass filled with dirty water. The glass is fragile too. Does that make any sense? Does it, guys? Does it make any sense? I guess the boss is Fred, the guy that was yelling at me to go home. So Fred is the boss that was yelling at me. So I'm guessing he's the boss man. Sure, Lizzie, makes sense. Well, it does to me anyways. There's your answer. It makes sense to Lizzie, not to the rest of us. More important than metaphors, though, I know where home is now, and I could feel it deep in my bones that I needed to sleep. Though the detail on the map leaves something to be desired. Thanks, past me. I'll figure it out. My memory is just hazy from being so tired. And so I pick a direction and start walking. The winding streets don't make much sense to me, but I follow them all the same. I am alone, but the muffled voices keep me company. Sometimes muffled sobs, too. I try not to focus much on them. I think I used to in the past, but my heart couldn't take it. Hang on, I'm trying to get rid of this. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get back to my just the stream. I just want to see chat. I don't want to see my own face. There we go. Nothing I could do, even if I wanted to. Anyways, everyone's got to do something for the collective. Everyone's got their jobs, as I have mine. Oh, this sounds a lot like... I haven't seen it, but I want to watch it. Snowpiercer is a good one. That's all on a train, though. Like, this also reminds me a lot of, like, any of these dystopian movies that I've watched. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Whatever the mother matron needs of us. My shoes are old and worn, only offering a meek defense against the hard asphalt streets. They fit well, though, and the ground is dry today. They get the job done. They're like everyone here in a lot of ways. Doesn't matter how weathered you are, the fact that you're still together means something in you is strong enough to keep you together. You know, like Jigsaw wanted us to do. Oh? May your spirit grow like the calluses on working hands, or in the soles of your feet, so the mother matron says. So that answers that question. Yes, it is. In other words, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You go through adversity, and by the end of everything, you're in the best person you can be. Gives all the hard parts of your life kind of a silver lining, or that's at least what I take from it. Squeak! Huh? My thoughts are interrupted by a lump beneath my shoe and the panic yelp of a small rodent. Oh! Squeak! Wrong kind of squeak. I lift my foot, and the thing scurries back under the grate beneath my feet. Ugh, rats. Ugh. There below in the street is a tunnel full of thousands and thousands of rats scurrying for their dear life. Through endless canals. I doubt the poor things even know where they're going. The one I stepped on somehow managed to climb its way out of the grating, only for my clumsiness to scare it back into where it came. I kind of felt awful inside for that. I would too. Throughout the boarding is a network of tunnels designed to funnel the endless swarm of rats underneath our feet. No one knows where the little critters all come from, but they flow like water beneath the streets. Rodents and doors, same sound. Thousands upon thousands of rats compacted against each other, covered in filth and God knows what else. Waste matter clumped in their fur. A primary source of protein. Some kids have to fish, quote unquote, for rats, sorting through ones that are too sick and diseased to eat and ones healthy enough for consumption. Oh, so we're eating the rats also. The yield is never particularly high, and the rats never particularly taste good, unless you know how to prepare them. The one I stepped on had to have been a rather spry, the poor thing. I can only hope maybe my unintentional intervention gave it more time before some kid impaled it on a stick and roasted it. Okay then. Getting some Fallout feels right now. Blech. I don't want to think about this anymore. I decided to keep walking the spruce. It's of a game and more of just reading stuff right now. Hello? Spruce? You there?
Yes, I'll be right there. Stitching someone up back here. Please, take a seat.
Yes, ma'am. I sit down in a stiff chair with minimal pain. It makes my tailbone ache, but I'll endure it. You know, like sitting in my memory foam bed for an hour. Even though it's cushiony, my lord is my backer. No, I think it's ew for like, eating rats and stabbing them with a stick. Spruce is known as a resident healer of the boarding. She starts by reading medical books she found in the library, as well as through experimentation. That's scary to think about. This isn't to say there aren't others that try their hand at medicine, but put to it simply, none of them are as good as Spruce. If she can't fix you up, you're SOL. Well, I think they're their only source of food. I truly believe that they have upon thousands of rats just running underneath the sewers. She walks in the room.
Ah, Lizzie. A while. Those are some guys. Work hours? Not sleeping lately?
Guess not. I passed out at work today. Fred told me I should see you. She rolls her eyes and gives a fake laugh.
Ah, of course he would. You have to be sick. It can't be his fault at all, right? Jerkwad. Let's give you a checkup anyways. Follow me to the exam room.
Yeah, it is kind of cool, and I do like the backgrounds. The backgrounds are really interesting. It gives like you're only looking at like some basic like probably just something basic, but then they throw in these cool eye shots, and then Liz is an actual like cartoon anime character. A small joke, as the exam room is just across from where I'm sitting. She gestures me to sit on one of the beds, and after doing the routine, checks my blood pressure, pulse, tries to light down my ears, nose, and mouth, lightly strikes a mallet on my knee. You know, simple shit. Healthy eating, healthy living. That's adorable. I look around the room. It's gone under some renovation since I last visited. I'm amazed you found the time to decorate the place. It's looking good. Oh!
Oh, thanks. I squeeze in a little here and there. Usually when I have to watch someone close while they sleep.
That's a creepy way of putting it. I didn't know MatPat already did a... Oh. So you've already seen this game.
Oh, you know what I mean. Folks in recovery. At least a few people that experience seizures. Stuff like that. Anyways, I'm proud of how it's looking. Genuinely can't believe I found that poster in such nice condition. I'm happy with how the Phoenix has turned out too.
I look towards a bony fellow at the side of the room. What about him? Is that a real skeleton? Spruce checks my heartbeat and my lungs using a stethoscope.
No, it's plastic. A patient that scabs and jumps a lot gave it to me as a thank you. Trust me, if I wanted to get a real skeleton, I wouldn't have to look very hard.
That's depressing.
Really wish I had a skull, though.
Oh, the food poster. Okay. Yeah, it definitely needs a skull. Definitely. She nods and puts down the stethoscope.
Everything seems good from what I can see. But that's just what I can see. Tell me how you're doing. Anything odd lately? Odd sensations, pain, nausea, shortness of breath, stuff like that?
I'm a little sore, but I think that's just from overworking. Maybe bad posture and being tired. I've also been seeing things.
Hmm? What kind of things?
Feeling great, Doc. Ignoring the hospital dream thing. Sometimes I'll be standing there, and the world suddenly shifts. Like, right before my eyes, it turns into something horrible. Horrible sounds, flesh growing where it shouldn't be, things that aren't really there. My heart starts beating really fast, and I freeze, terrified. And just like that, the world's back to normal. Lady, you say too much. They're gonna think you're crazy. The world turns back to normal, and I'm panicking over nothing. You know, like normal mental illnesses. My dreams are really strange, too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe me, do you? She shakes her head. Wasn't what she meant.
I actually do believe you. Just thinking. Wish I could say this is the first time I've heard something like that,
But...
well, some of the mumblers I'm taking care of now said stuff like that. Before they turned.
Really?
Yeah. Can I trust you to keep a secret? I'm only telling you because I think it's important you know.
I like that theory, Silver Dawn. Or Dawn, I should just say. That's easier. Sure.
Contrary to what people think, the Crepuscule isn't the only place where mumblers are made. Not anymore, at least.
Mumblers? Turned? Turned into what? Yeah, right? I want to know. You're kidding. You're kidding.
Not in the slightest. Granted, people have broken down before around the boarding. We know that. Lots of our neighbor brothers and sisters struggle with feelings of anxiety and depression. But this is different. Mumblerism, or whatever you want to call it, is a much more rare and severe thing. It's like a complete detachment from reality. People stuck in a looping nightmare that never ends. And all they can do about it is ramble.
Imagine that. Imagine getting to a point in your life where you've experienced so much, or like something is going on to the point where, yeah, all you can do is just like barely make out coherent sentences. And that is just scary. A scary thought. It's just, ugh. Sorry, I had to fix something as well. That's why I paused for a minute just to like talk about that and also to fix this, because my sock was uncomfortable and I couldn't deal with it. But yeah, just imagine like life is just, yeah, the mumblers, well, again, like she just said, people just get stuck constantly mumbling and never talking coherently. That's mother help us. What? That's not a sentence. That's mother help us. And that's happening around here now? Why haven't I heard about this? I'm gonna move my mouse closer to me. Yeah, I got my mouse sitting on my lap desk. I wouldn't put my faith in mother. Yeah, right?
As I said, it's really rare. I only have a few cases out of all the people I treat. And if the AC gang's been dealing with any, they sure aren't sharing. I'm trying to keep it under wraps, as I haven't gotten to study enough people to get a grasp of the emerging symptoms or causes. And I don't want people to panic. Mumblers already don't get the best treatment by most people. Imagine how people would be if they jumped to the conclusion that they're contagious.
So yeah, now it's kind of like, you know, back when people could get like leprosy, other like diseases that people would then think, okay, my lord, you guys are already jumping to conclusions. But yeah, like people with leprosy and people with like polio and other things that like people could think they could catch. Like leprosy was a bad example, but definitely like polio and other like genetic problems, people then would think that they're contagious and then would treat them like absolute garbage. Now they actually can be contagious. Ah, I can see what you mean.
To be clear, I don't want you to jump to the conclusion that that's happening to you. You might simply be having sleep deprivation-induced hallucinations. Or maybe some gas from junks is making the air a little funny. Hell, maybe the shit
She stopped herself for my sake.
I mean, shipyard. Is just more rank than usual. I thought it important to warn you, though. For now, I'll give you some medicine that should help with the anxiety. Stop back for regular checkups, and we can keep an eye on it. See how it develops.
What's gonna be in it?
It's a mixture of lavender, valerian, lemon balm, St. John's wort, and some other stuff that makes it taste good. My latest and so far most effective concoction. Or so my patients tell me.
Methinks this game was a little bit pushed out because of some text glitches. Like, I love the my latest and so far most effective concoction. But actually, this is actually a real thing that helps with anxiety. Lavender, valerian, lemon bulb, St. John's wort, but I want to know what the other stuff is that makes it taste. Probably like honey and stuff like that. But yeah. I mean, actually, I can make that. I have lavender, valerian, lemon balm. I don't know if I have St. John's wort, but I can always get it. I can just go to the Nature People store. But yeah, I legitimately can make this concoction. It's not a fake thing. My latest and my latest and my latest and my... Thanks, Bruce.
Anything else worrying you today?
No, I think that's it. Fred gave me some days off to go sleep, so I'll go do that once I leave.
Alright, that's good. I don't see anything else abnormal with you, so I think we're done. Oh, I'll give you some tea that you can drink that can help you fall asleep if you have trouble, just in case.
You do realize you can also just make the concoction you just made into a tea. I have valerian root to actually make tea with.
While I go get stuff together for you, can you run that bucket of food over there to the shack out back?
The shack? The Mumbler Shack?
Yeah. It's about lunchtime, and they need to eat. Would you mind?
No, not at all.
Thanks. There's keys hanging up by the door.
Friend and says stay away. Which is full of some carefully assorted bottles of water. Which leads into a small yard with shed-sized leads to a small yard with a small, roughly sized building, maybe slightly larger than that. I never liked coming back here. As ashamed I am to say, it's always good to help others, but I mean, I can kind of hear them from here, which is fairly unsettling. I don't hear them. Just endless word salad. If you try to parse what they're saying, you get these horrible vignettes of misery that you wish that you could not hear. Ooh. They can't help it, though. And I shouldn't feel threatened, even if I find it uncomfortable. Mumblers are harmless. I repeat that to myself as I unlock the shack door and enter. I'm trying to listen. One of them I recognize, like almost like a poem. Just nope. Inside a somewhat cramped but generally well-kept bunk room. Some bodies are sleeping, others are sitting upright in the bed or standing near corners. Of course they are. None of them notice me. They're lost in nightmare loops. Gosh, poor things. I really wish I knew how to help them. These people deserve better. Most of them were hand-selected by the Mother Matron to brave the horrors of Crepuscule, a labyrinth of darkness that lies beneath our home, full of terrors that are kept at bay by a locked tunnel. No one really knows why Mother Matron sends people down there, or what they end up finding, but you can see the effect it has, at least the ones that make it back home alive. I shudder to consider what could have happened to the poor soul that didn't return. I can only hope that they've passed on peacefully. She does. I ponder almost if that end would be preferable to what the Mumblers go through now. They're alive, but can you call this living? And the ones here in Spruce's care are the lucky ones. Many don't get the help they need. Some are hurt, bullied, killed. At least once. People call them wastes of space, drains on our ever-dwindling resources, mouths to feed that can't contribute anything meaningful, or so people say. But they're people. They didn't choose this, to be so broken. They need help. They need love. They need sandwiches and water. I would want people to take care of me if I ended up like this. I don't know. Maybe that line of thinking will lead us to starve to death someday. Would my morality hold up when my body is dying from weeks of no food? Can I eat the concept of doing the right thing? I'm going to leave my phone tilted up a little bit like this so that I can actually read. Though this is preferable to die because of the good things you did rather than to survive because you gave up your humanity and compassion. I feel like that's a choice I would make. Anyways, I've kind of been standing here holding a bucket of sandwiches and water for a while I was lost in my thoughts. My shouting at me to give it a break. I feel bad for him too. I dropped the bucket in the middle of the room. Do they like get the sandwiches and water themselves? Does Spruce feed to them later? A question I will seek an answer to another day. I leave, gently closing the door behind me. I get my medicine from Spruce, on the way out of the shed, and head home. That was very terrible, but like, I do feel bad for them. Feeling my body already starting to power down, I walk through the door to my house. Lead chipping off. I walk through the door to my... No wonder you're having hallucinations. You've got lead paint all over your house just chipping, and who knows what's happening to it. Ready to throw myself onto the mattress before something catches my eye and freezes me in my step. Resting on top of my bed was a paper envelope with a red wax seal, emblazoned with the matron's symbol. That's kind of cool. Reminds me of the Deathly Hallows. My heart sank to the bottom of the deep, dark canyon inside of me, and bile began to bubble and churn violently in my stomach. I reached to pick up the envelope, hoping that it was an illusion, a trick of the light. It wasn't. What happened? Oh, thank you, call me K1231. Fine, but if we go, we try to help them. You weren't eating the paint chips? It wasn't. It was real. As real as can be. The letters with the red wax seal were legend amongst the kids in the boarding. They think that it's the worst, most horrible piece of paper you could ever own in your entire life. I undid the seal and removed the letter inside. I unfolded it. My eyes darted back and forth, scanning the pages. It read as follows. Oh. My dear
my dear child, the very thought of you warms me so.
Click.
Seeing
Yep.
you and your siblings grow through the years is always my special delight. I give so much of myself every day to ensure you all remain safe and secure inside these walls. Alas, I cannot do everything on my own. Every so often, I must rely on my children's support
Oh
to do
no.
what must be done for the collective good, even if it means sending my darlings into the jaws of danger. This letter is to inform you that you have been personally selected to become a surveyor. This is a title of great honor, bestowed upon those that will brave the depths of the crepuscule for your mother matron's pride, as well as the continued survival of the boarding.
This voice sounds so familiar. Almost like Michelle Lang, or the voice of frickin' Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Is that the same person? Also the voice of Lynetta in the Cthulhu dating sim that Mark and the Game Grumps played. Which, again, I think those are two different games, or not two different games, two different voice actresses, but I could not be, I don't know.
You will be paired with two boys named Pucks and Rich. As soon as you receive this letter, you are to meet with them, make preparations for your journey below, and visit me at my dwelling in Mother's Tower.
I like how one of them gets a weird name, the other one's like normal. You're going to be going to down to the depths with Bartholomew and Jim. Good luck!
Attempts to shirk your duty will be met with severe punishment.
Like Shanks in the side of the kidney.
I will see you soon, my dear, with all the love in the world. Your Mother Matron.
Great, so we're all going to die. I stare at the letter. My legs begin to wobble. My hands start to tremor. The letter floats to the ground, like the way they describe leaves in book. Oh, the way they describe leaves in books. I start breathing fast and hard. My entire body quakes. My eyes roll to the back of my skull as I pass out and collapse to the floor. Alright. Oh, we're back to the hospital! Ah, I'm back here! Did I die? Was that everything? At the end of my memories? Kind of abrupt, to be honest.
Did you ever hear the story about the girl in the sweater? No. Of course not. It's still being written. For a year it gets done like crazy. I'm so excited.
Hi, mysterious voice that stopped me. Oh shit, not the drippy room. What the? What is this thing?
What am I? What are you? What is anything?
Ugh! It sounds like me trying to do a creepy voice, and it's making me cringe! It's not scaring me, it's making me cringe. This creature can hear my thoughts?
Everything and everything were nothing once. And they became something. I think things would have been better if they stayed as nothing.
Yes, nothing.
The disease called existence once spread and cancerous, extremely virulent. It infected everything that was nothing and forced it to deal with the pain of being.
This is really existential.
Causing things that exist to be happy that they exist. Oh, but enough about things.
But enough about, you know, existential dread and constant problems. Time to go and fight some mumblers. Pardon my language, but what the fuck is this thing talking about? And why does it kind of look like me? Ignoring my confusion, the creature steps towards me and outside my vision. Or steps around me and outside my vision. It fiddles with something behind me. Stop touching me. The slurping sounds grow faster. This world fades again. I'm awake again. Deeply confused, but awake. I sit there on the ground, frozen for a while, before reality just smacks me across the face again. I stare at the painting on my wall. The Mother Matron. Out of every person here that could have ever been selected, she ends up picking me. My mind is back to Mumblers in Spruce's clinic. Them and the endless droning madness that has consumed everything about them. Entire people with dreams and personalities erased by trauma. Why? Why me? I think back to how I was supposed to work in a few days. How I was supposed to visit Spruce again, to make sure I was better. To keep living longer. No matter what I wanted to do, this decision was made for me. Mother needed me. I was not the kind of person that wanted to find out what happened when mothers disappeared. But where to begin? After some thinking, I said a good place to start would be by asking my neighbor sisters. When do I get to control this game? They're a pair of twins named Janine and Katie. Again, random name and normal name. I like to think they were pretty good friends. And we were pretty good friends, and I was glad to have them as my neighbors. I approached their front stoop. Katie was reading from a book with a faded cover while her sister painted her nails with a jet black nail polish.
Hey, Katie! Hey, Janine!
Why do you have a voice actor now?
Hey, Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie. You seem chipper. I thought you'd be more gloomy. What do you mean? Oh, well, I saw the poster come by and drop something off at your place.
Hold up, Lizzie, you can talk?
I don't come by that often.
Surprise, the mailboy doesn't want to visit the shit zone.
I like Janine. Oh, I didn't explain that, did I? Well, you saw on the map that my home is in a place called the Shipyard, right? It's not actually called that. It's actually named after the fact that this area is where the majority of the sewage and waste is discarded. I'm sure you can guess what the actual name is knowing that. Cursing makes me feel bad though, so I call it the Shipyard instead. You absolutely cannot evade the smell here. It's awful. Sticks to everything like a film. I've gotten mostly nose blind to it at this point, unfortunately. Though sometimes I still have to break out the perfume.
Is it one of those letters? Yeah. That's it. Oh, no. No.
Ouch. Hope you don't die or lose your mind.
I wish I was cool. Yes, you are cool as Janine, Alex.
Janine!
What? Being real. It was nice knowing you.
Don't be so insensitive. It's okay. I'm still upset, but I'm holding it together. I still have things to do.
Anything we can help with?
Aha! Now I can control things. I will go with,
Sorry, I don't think I know much more than you, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, the books never really went into what's down there. The Mother Matron never really talks about it other than how dangerous it is. And there's not any first-hand accounts of it to go off of. The most anyone seems to know is that it's like an endless series of tunnels with dangerous creatures inside. Some people say the Crepuscule is constantly shifting and morphing, almost as if it's alive. That's just a rumor. Again, no first-hand accounts.
Alright. No find Pucks and or Rich.
Can't say I know them.
sorry. Maybe you should ask around the market. I'm sure someone there would know. Maybe try meeting Marissa.
Meaty Marissa?
A little odd, but you'd be surprised what kind of information she can dig up.
Don't recommend trying her cuts though, unless you've got a barf bag,
Why is she called Meaty Marissa?
because she sells weird meat.
Oh, I thought there'd be more to it for some reason.
Lizzie might be.
What more do you need in a name?
Alright. You guys can have my stuff when I leave. What is the mother matron like? Janine gives me a puzzled look.
I thought you were a fan of hers.
Fair point. Guess it's odd for someone that has a framed painting of a person to not know much about them.
I mean, I look up to her and read the scriptures like most everyone else, but it's different than meeting her in person.
She nods understandingly, then shrugs.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, I've never met her, so I wouldn't know.
Kate shrugs with an apologetic expression. She's also never met her. Alright. I know, right? Who has pictures of people that you don't, like, know? Granted, I've met Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. But I haven't met Ricky, Dan, or Patrick, or Joe. I should probably do a room tour of this room now, too. I've met Ledger. Yeah. Anyways. What are you reading, Katie? I can't help my curiosity. I don't know how relevant it would be to me, but I want to know. I try to peer over her shoulder and read the book along with her, but her position is awkward. Katie can't help but notice. Katie looks up at me and smiles and shrugs as if to say, it's nothing that's interesting, but go ahead. She hands me the book, keeping her hand on the page she was on. I grab it, holding it in the same spot, so I wouldn't lose her place. The cover is nondescript, save for some initials on the spine. It might have dust. It might have had a dust jacket or something before that, but that's long gone. So the first page. Oh, okay. I have a hard time following it. Lots of names I don't recognize, like Nyx and Moros and Ozius, Momos, Morii. How many characters are in this one page? Something about someone named Nyx and people or creatures. Hard to tell without the context. They gave birth to. Then someone whose those children have given birth to. What? People are birthing people now? Must be some kind of fantasy novel or something. Doubt it has much relevance to my situation. Or if it does, sure can't see it. I smile and hand the book back to Katie. You guys can have my stuff in
Hey,
it.
dibs on the bed.
Janine!
Lighten up. Kidding. Kind of. Let's be real though. Would dying really be the worst thing that could happen to you?
Oh my god, what is with you today?
Oh, like you and I haven't had this exact conversation. Everyone else wants to make happy. Like the toilet bowl they live in doesn't stink of shit. Doesn't everything about this place make you feel like closing your eyes forever sometimes?
Yeah, definitely.
Janine, what are you even saying? That we'd all be better off dead?
Kinda. Not like I'm rushing to the noose or anything, but
Well,
I feel like it would be a relief.
Janine needs a friend to talk to her about her feelings. Definitely.
Seems like a really sad way to look at life. Life can be hard, but there's always bright spots worth seeing. People to love. Happy moments that stay with you forever.
Kate doesn't see it. But Janine gives a... I don't want to say... But what? Whoa. Okay. Katie doesn't see it, but Janine gives I don't want to say it, but jerking off motion while rolling her eyes. Oh.
I can't say she doesn't have a point, though. I know where things are heading. Maybe it's better I make peace with it. Don't talk like that, Lizzie. You're going to come back. I know you will. No one has. It doesn't matter. You'll be the first. You'll make it back in one piece. Even if you don't believe it, I do. I believe in you, Lizzie. Katie.
For what it's worth, if anyone was to ever make it back, it would be someone like you. Still got dibs on the bed.
I've got faith, but not that much faith. Alright.
Alright. Thank you guys for your help. I should get going.
There's a lump in my throat. I swallow and talk through it.
It was really nice knowing you guys.
Suddenly, Katie embraces me tightly. After a moment, she looks at me with twinkling, moist eyes.
Lizzie, you better come back. I'll never forgive you if you don't.
Dead or alive, she's getting that bed one way or another. Burying her face in my chest. Before she can stain it with tears, she... I can't think of the right words to say, so I simply smile at her and say thank you. Janine simply gives me a gentle wave. It's subtle, but I know that's something she rarely does for people.
Take care, Lizzie. We'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, Janine. The atmosphere was chaotic as people rushed in and out to buy food and other supplies with their allowance. I felt my senses bombarded by endless chatter and the myriad of smells, many of which were quite unpleasant. And I lived near a sewer. Through the crowd, I slipped into what I hoped was the west side of the market. I tried to keep my eyes above the crowd to find that mysterious, meaty Marissa character. I found her quickly, or rather, I heard her.
Fresh meat! Fresh meat! Come and get your fresh meat!
Jeez.
Come one, come all. Tired of rat head cheese? Absolutely sick of fly patties? Come try the most unique cuts of meat you can find in the boarding. Flavor beyond comprehension.
Then she finds me, her eyes locking me like a hawk.
You there, the beautiful...
Hi.
Come. Try Meanie Marissa's signature cuts.
Hang on, guys. Let's, shift tab. No, can I please? I need to stand up for a minute and... Okay. Aha! Save. Empty slot. I'd like to save. Alright. Main menu for a minute. No. Okay, that's saved right there. Quit. I'm quitting for a minute. Alright. Whoa! Alright, we are back for a minute. I'm gonna go for a second to get something to drink, stand up for a minute, and we will continue our stream. And we will continue the story of whatever is happening in this game. But I will be back in a minute. I'm back, guys. Ugh. I have also moved locations a little bit so that my back's against the wall. Um, Let me angle my... Ugh. Oof. Yeah, you can see my face better. Alright, let me boot it back up. I should have left you guys with some music. I forgot to do that though. That's like, alright. Let me open up this, make sure. Alright, you guys can still see that. Ooh, that is a bit loud for my headphones. Whatever is happening in the chat, that is just... Let us continue. I don't even know if I can call this a game right now. It is truly a visual
You
novel.
there. Come, try Mimi Marissa's signature cuts.
Name pending. Against my better judgment, I stepped towards the stand. I'm pretty sure I found her. So, you're meeting Marissa. Oh, wait. I gotta go back to the voice. They got rid of the voice actress. So, you're meeting Marissa?
Ah, I see my reputation precedes me. Another eager customer looking for the most scrumptious, sumptuous, munchous meat. You won't be disappointed.
No, actually, before I say a slab of meat in front of my face.
Feast your eyes before you feast.
Ugh.
And once you get a glimpse of my cuts, you won't stop drooling. And don't worry, I provide for your napkin.
The strange slab of flesh in front of me has kind of a marbling and grayness, so that it's downright repulsive to the core. My stomach immediately twists itself in knots. Oh, what kind of meat is that?
I told you, it's the most unique meat in the market.
That doesn't explain anything. No, I mean... kill and make...
For my supply, of course. I resell other people's cuts? Ha! The nerd.
No, what I mean is the rat meat, right? Come to think of it, it looks strange. There's an eyeball pointing in one of the corners. It's got a mouth, kind of, or at least a crease. What is it? She puts a finger to her lips and says, "Shh, shut the fuck up."
Investor. Secret though, how delicious it is. Read the reviews.
10 pukes out of 11. She thrusts a long piece of paper in front of my face. Apparently it's full of real reviews by her customers, written by hand in a messy script. Unique. Tastes like nothing else. Not the worst I've had. I would describe it as, edible. A journey into Flavor Town. A must taste. Eat it right now. Because if you can't, you're gonna die. She's gonna hold a gun to your head. I laugh how one of them is freaking Guy Fieri. A journey into Flavor Town. Let me grab my water. I grabbed my water so that I could actually do voice acting. Ugh. Alright. Cannibal! She's a cannibal! She withdraws the review scroll.
Come on, it's only 30 Jirok. Savor the flavor. Doesn't it look succulent? Mouth
That's
watering?
human, yeah.
Doesn't it get that stomach grumbling?
It makes me want to think of how badly you butchered Fred. She sure is insistent. I ask myself morbidly, should I buy it? From here on, you may encounter situations where you have limited amount of time to make choices. Oh shit! To survive, you will need to act fast and think carefully. The penalty for running out of time will vary depending on the situation. In some instances, it may be inconsequential, but others, possibly not. Sometimes it may result in instant death, or in other instances, Lizzie will have to rely on her gut, and she might make a choice you didn't want. Be wise, alert, cautious, good luck, and don't forget to save your goddamn game often. No. I slapped myself in the face mentally. What the hell is wrong? No, no way. It's time to move on and just get what I came there for. No, I'm good.
Oh, come on. Don't be a window shopper. That's rude. Oh, let you before you buy.
The enthusiastic girl chops a small morsel off the slab and sticks it on a fork, extending it towards me. Is it even cooked? Can't turn on free food. Bottoms up. Hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah. Why am I so excited about this?
Can't turn down free food, can you? I found your weakness. Feast upon the best flesh in the world.
With a potent anxiety in my chest, I open my mouth. Oh. The fork is past the barrier of my teeth. I close my lips around it and pull back. The morsel lands on my tongue with a sloppy thud. That's not how food should sound. Alex, as moderator, please get rid of any suicidal thoughts that Dawn is posting, please. Dawn should know not to be posting suicide threats in the chat. That's not all right in any instance. My body begins to shiver and spasm. I clench my hands tight together and shut my eyes. My tongue is awash with a sickly acidity. Notes of filth and rot in the back of my tongue. Thank you, Alex. You missed one, though. With a sickly acidity. Notes of filth and... oh, yeah. A pulpy molasses in the middle of bathed and sick. Ugh. I tepidly chew the morsel. It's oddly tough, yet jellified. Simply repugnant gristle. It resists my teeth while enveloping. Throat. Every nerve of my body is screaming at me to vacate the contents of my mouth and stomach. Nope, I can't do it. I'm out. Out of my body, foul morsel. Out of my body, foul morsel. and so, with the grace of a collapsing building, I hunch over and unleash a torrent of vomit on the ground. There is not much solid in the sauce, minus the morsel and some leftovers from the day prior, I imagine. A just splashing puddle of yellow that stinks of sulfur. My stomach is empty rather quickly, but I continue to dry heave and spit mucus for a while. People were probably staring, but I'm too preoccupied to notice or care. My throat burns and I wheeze for a time before standing upright again, wiping my mouth on a napkin. Meaning Marissa tosses me.
Flavors out of this world, huh?
Out of my mouth and onto the floor, more like it. That's, one way of putting it.
So, how much would you like to buy? 4 pounds? 10?
Are you kidding? No, stop asking. No, thank you. I think I've had enough for several lifetimes. Listen, though, I did come here for meat. I didn't come here for meat. I came for information. Could you please help me?
Some nerve you've got. You're not even a customer, and you expect me to help you.
Listen, bitch! I came here for information. You gave me meat and made me puke all over your contents. So talk! I'd rather not tell her, but I don't see another way forward. I lean in close to afford myself the measure of privacy. I was selected to be a surveyor. I need help to find who I was paired with. Tell me now or I'll tell everyone you're selling human meat.
Really? What, and you can't just meet them at hotel? They would have got the same note too.
To be honest, I hadn't thought of that. The way the mother matron worded it, though, we have to meet after finding each other. I don't know how literal she wants me to take it. Also, what if I end up being there by myself, and she sends me down to the depths all alone? I don't really want to risk it. Lizzie should have known not to eat that. Hey, you know what? I risked it for the biscuit. Or, the yesterday's biscuit that's on the ground now. Please, I really need your help. I'll pay you. The girl strokes her chin.
Okay, fine. Stop giving me those sad baby rat eyes. I'll help if I can, but no promises, okay? 18 dry, up front.
Thank you. Here, take your money. Stop look. Oh, whoops. I'm looking for two boys. One's named Pucks, the other Rich. One's probably going to be a super mutant from Fallout. The other one's going to be Rich on the street.
I don't know a lot about pups. Rich, though. You're not. Rich is a friend.
Rich is a common name.
Well, I don't know how he feels about the accusations. I like him, though. He's such a soft guy.
He's a soft guy? If what I'm thinking is going on, he's only doing it soft? Come on, make the woman scream. No, go get more biscuits, quick. Not yesterday's biscuit. I'm talking about murder. He's only murdering women softly. I came for the hardcore blood and guts. I see her eyelashes flutter wistfully as she thinks about him. Suddenly she remembers that she's actually being watched by another human being.
No, I didn't mean like that. Like a friendly like. Understand?
Yeah, friendly murder. Friendly murder. Sure, murder. Jay, stop. No.
Anyways, he lives in one of those bunk houses near the west edge of Forgot. Careful though, the ACs have been swarming around there lately.
Is Forgot supposed to be like, I forgot to make up a name for this, so I'm just gonna call it Forgot? That's odd. The bunkhouses are right near the border between Forgot and Nobai. What the heck? What are these street names? I forgot about the street names. I'm gonna call it Forgot. I couldn't afford to pay for someone to give me something for a name. I'm gonna call it Nobai. Aren't they encroaching on Spruce's territory?
Some major shipment down there apparently near the friend shed. Before you get too excited. No, the beast in the shed didn't prove it.
Oh my, these streams. Near the friend shed. The friend shed. Before you get too excited, the beast in the shed didn't prove it so... What? The friend shed is kind of a local legend. They say that there was a lonely kid that used to hang out near the shed in Nobai, which was the original location for the market district before the Threes Company moved everything. Oh my lord. The shed was locked up tight, and no one's ever been inside it. And yet this lonely kid one day heard a voice coming from it. Someone alive, stuck in there. They just wanted to have a friend to talk to. Aww, I feel bad for the beast in the shed. The lonely kid spent all his time out there at the friend shed, playing and laughing and talking with the friend all day long. He got picked up on for what appeared to others as him just talking to himself. Any attempt he made to prove that there was a voice in the shed ended in failure, with the voice remaining silent when anyone else was around. The kid didn't need to be believed though. He had the friend he wanted. But then, apparently, the shed got unlocked. The kid went inside and was never. It's worth noting that the shed did unlock. it was locked very soon after. That if the shed did unlock, it was locked very soon after, and it's still boarded up tight. I'm sure the kid was real. Urban legends have usually a small nugget of truth in them somewhere. However, I think what really happened to him was that the troop of the AC gang may have simply killed him while he was trying to rob him. Give him an actual name. They hid the body, and since the kid didn't have many friends, no one looked. No one tried to find where he was buried, so his fate became part of the tapestry of a legend. Kind of sad in a way. Really? You don't say.
Some dudes got killed. They were an isolated patrol hanging around up there, and they got killed. I don't know who was responsible, but they suspect the killer was hiding out before that.
Why are you so quiet? Hang on. Settings. Oh my lord, that's scared.
Hi, hello.
Okay, that's considered music. Ugh. There we go.
Spruce gave him special permission to
There we
do
go.
searches in limited areas, starting with there.
Spruce is the unofficial mayor of Forgot. She's backed by a peacekeeping institution that calls themselves the Four Leaf Clovers. Given the AC's violent tendencies and selling of drugs, they don't get along. So for her to allow them to look around in Forgot is really abnormal. Something terrible must have happened if she's willing to give them inches.
Personally, I think it might be a ploy they made up so they could slyly expand their reach. But that's just my intuition.
Hi, what the Adam? Why'd you guys decide on Adam? It's the most like basic name. Sorry, that's not trying to be mean to you guys' name, Adam, but like, okay, Adam. Adam's the name. Surprised I didn't hear about any of this until now.
AC's gotta project an aura of being in control if they want people to take them seriously. It makes them look bad if they can't handle some punks slicing their boys apart deep in their own backyard. They're trying to keep it under wraps until they get the guy.
I see. Anyways, back to Rich. Can you tell me where he lives?
Oh, right. You got a map? I can show you where it is.
I've been forgetting to do Lizzie's voice, so now I'm just talking my own voice. I hand her my hand-drawn map. She furrows her brow a little bit, but regardless, marks a spot with an X.
As for Pups, as I said, I don't know much about him. I think he lives in Junks. But good luck finding him. The place is big and he mostly keeps to himself, it seems. Don't know what kind of brain damage you'd have to live there, though. Maybe that's mean. Something generally might have fallen on his head or something. I probably shouldn't say things like that.
I understand what you mean, though. Odd to want to live in a place where garbage and junk falls from the sky. Not that I have much room to talk, I guess. I live in the shit yard.
Because you live in the shit yard, right? I feel sorry for your nose. Honestly surprised you don't smell worse.
Hey! What a bitch! I have a smell? What? You didn't have to say all that. For now. Help, Marissa.
No problem.
No problem! It's a slog of a journey to Forgot, and following the vague directions on the map provides certainly does not make it any better. I really should make a more detailed map sometime. Why was this place called Forgot anyways? I really wish I remembered. Oh, that was why. It's actually a funny story. The story goes that the name comes from a kerfuffle that happened forever ago, back when the originals were laying the foundations of the boarding. By that I don't mean the buildings and stuff. They were found where they are. It wasn't really fit for life though, so the originals were tasked with making it livable. Eventually, once the things were settled, the originals began sectioning off the boarding into districts, being named by whoever was appointed to run that particular district. Forgot, before it was named Forgot, was established by Saren the Butcher Hodgkins, who was best friends with Junk's founder, Possum Brady, because he owned possums, neither of which were people of good reputations. The two went on a celebratory romp with some jugs of potato rum and their homemade chemical concoction, a drug that would eventually go on to be called canned. Anyways, as you might have heard earlier, stuff falls from the sky in the junks. Well, at the time, that had not happened yet. There was garbage there, but no one had ever seen it fall from the sky. Like Chicken Little. Can you see where this is going? A porcelain pug dog about half the size of a person fell right on the butcher's head while he was taking a massive huff of canned heat, exploding on impact in a mess of shards. Holy cow! Oh, it was a porcelain dog. Never mind. Miraculously, the butcher survived, but with permanent memory loss, and so when it came to officiate the naming of his district, they asked him what he would like to call it. I forgot. I really don't care. And so one of his subordinates got a little creative with the styling and named it For God. Bonus fact: canned heat went on to become extremely popular substances, as some blamed butcher's survival on the drug's supposed side effect of near invincibility. Oh my lord. The AC game was apparently has a cornerstone in that market, and it charged premium for it, though people have made up their own cheaper concoctions in an attempt to approximate it. I don't recommend trying it, especially a homebrew kind. Stuff can melt your nose clean off, and moreover, does not make you invincible. It just makes you numb to pain, or at least that's what Spruce's conclusion on the matter. Sorry, sometimes I have too much fun talking about the stuff I've learned. The boarding isn't a nice place to live exactly, but it has character to it. Its history, especially. I shouldn't waste so much time expositing, though. I'd be in a lot of trouble if I ran into the AC gang patrol. Careful not to make much noise, I closed the door behind me. No interest in being hassled by the ACs, I just want to find Rich and get out of here. Ideally, I should try not to spend too long in one place. I haven't run into anyone yet, but who knows? This building is kind of big. What could be hiding in here? Hopefully just Rich. Alright, well, it is getting close to being 2 hours, so I am going to save. Yes. And we will pick this up later. But before I go, I am going to do something really quickly. Quit. Yes. So I saved. All that jazz. Move over to chatting. Alright. Oh boy, canned heat. Yeah. But, alright. So, there is a, That's how I save, to be honest. It's not a good idea, I know. I've gotten better at it, playing in other games, but like this game, I truly believe I just want to do like one complete playthrough of it. Not like in one stream, but like just one complete playthrough. But alright, there's going to be some things going on, so I'm going to actually open up Edge and show you. Gameplay. Change capture. Move over to new tab and 3 more pages. New tab and 3 more pages. Alright. Can you guys see that? Probably not. No, you can't? Alright, well then fine. Moving, just chatting. Alright, so what I'm going to do is there's going to be some differences, like some things that can be changing. Let me go to, is it under settings? Stream or channel? Yeah, schedule. So starting Wednesday, alright, whoa. So I'm going to delete this entire schedule and I'm going to reconstruct it. So starting Wednesday, there's going to be some changes. But I can't change it until the game comes out. On Wednesday, God of War Ragnarok comes out. I see a black screen. Yep, now you see me. So God of War Ragnarok comes out on Wednesday. And what I'm going to do is Wednesday night, I am going to start the game. And what I think is going to happen is I'm going to do 2 hours every day of playing God of War Ragnarok on my PlayStation. It is the newest God of War game. I have not played any of God of War on my channel, but I have myself have played it. What I recommend doing to prepare for it, I'm actually going to put a link to it in the chat. Oh yeah, you've watched it. Never mind. But I will put a link in my story on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook, wherever you guys find me. And I'm going to tell everyone to watch the video IGN did on the story so far of God of War. Alex, you don't need to prepare because you've watched Jack play God of War. I forgot about that. But I'm gonna start playing God of War Ragnarok on my PlayStation starting Wednesday. That's when it comes out. So on release day, I'm going to start playing it. If you don't want any spoilers, just stick around till the night time and watch it with me and watch me play it. And so I'm gonna do that probably every day, maybe. Wherever they find you, yeah, where you guys find me, just don't come to my house, please. And probably tomorrow night will be another one of these streams. It does seem to be working a little bit better. It's not super laggy as what I was noticing on my phone. I mean, it's still probably pretty laggy and not the greatest stream that I could be doing, but it's better than it was at the beginning when my mom was watching a movie, because it was definitely my internet was definitely being stripped from me. So now the network connection is there was 14,000 frame drops, but it's not going up anymore, so it means the internet's not lagging anymore. Maybe because of our lovely... No, actually, the chats have nothing to do with it. Basically, there's only 2 apps that are going to be open. I don't need this open anymore. 2 apps are going to be open. Mother Matron and then Twitch Studio. But other than that, there is nothing really that that's on. And so it is truly because my mom was watching a movie in the living room. No, it's not at all, because that really doesn't take my anything away from me. I know there's some frame drops starting now again, which is a problem, but it should be fixing itself in a little bit. But no, so tomorrow I'll probably do another 2-hour stream for Mother Matron, see how far we can get. I want to figure out how to get the Doll Within to work, because once we finish Mother Matron, I want to play the Doll Within, and maybe we'll play it sometime. But yeah, I do want to play Doll Within. I want to figure out how to get it to work on stream. So that might be a thing I'll be fiddling with. I have other games, so if Doll Within doesn't work, I do have some other games. Here, let me see if this will work. I can at least show you the other games I've got on my computer. Change capture. Will that work? Probably not. Probably a bad idea, actually, anyways. So the other games I've got a game called The Doll Beneath. Wait, not the Doll. Yeah, you already know about The Doll Beneath, because that's the one I was trying to... Okay, I have The Doll's Window. I have The Shadow People. And I have Trapped with Jester and Utoma are other games I've got. So yeah, I also have a game called Traders in Salem that I want to get other people with Steam and PCs to play with me, and so we can play rounds of Traders in Salem. Tabletopia, I want to get people to play with. I've also got a game called Crypt that looks pretty interesting. Battles of the Valiant Universe collectible card game. I don't know how well that's going to work on stream. Card Hunter, don't know how well that's going to work on stream. But I definitely want to play some games with people. So I've got a couple multiplayer games like Tabletopia, which is just a bunch of board games. But so for horror games and all these games are free on Steam, so that's what I've been downloading. And so once we're done with this, if I go through all of my visual novel games and whatever, I can always find some more. Not to mention, I can open up itch.io and find some stuff. And this seems to be better than what I was doing earlier. I originally about a year ago, because I've had this computer for going on a year, so maybe not a year ago, but like maybe like 6 months ago, I tried doing a video. I think you can still find the shorts, the short on my YouTube channel of me trying to record a game from itch.io on my computer for YouTube, and it didn't work. I couldn't get it to load properly. I had it all recorded, and the video was super choppy and like it looked awful. And so I was recording with OBS as well, which is funny because like it was because of my computer, because like Mark and Jack use OBS and they have no problems with it. I mean, they have problems with it, but it looks nice as opposed to mine. So it was truly my computer that couldn't run recording it. But it seems like so far it wasn't as choppy on stream. It seems like that. And so and with the ability to like download my streams and send them to YouTube, I think this will be the best way to actually record things on my computer. Not to mention, I still want to get a capture card and get my Switch up and running on this, playing maybe with Alex, playing some Animal Crossing, doing some weird stuff, or playing Super Smash Bros. Or any other games I got on my Switch. I've got plenty of them. Not to mention, thanks to Alex, I actually am able to play online stuff. So I'm able to play like some old fashioned, like not old fashioned, but like older Nintendo games like Super Ghosts and Ghosts and all that stuff. So capture card is still still a thing I want and need to get so that I can actually play with this on there. I'm not going to connect my PlayStation to this, only because of the fact that it seems to be running better on my PlayStation. It's just not as fancy. Animal Crossing gets crazy. Yes, it does get crazy. I do chase people with an axe. I'm that kind of psychopath. But yeah, so I'm not going to plug my PlayStation into this, just for the mere fact that it wouldn't be better. It wouldn't be nice and fancy like this. So I'm sorry, but when we play the God of War streams, it won't look as fancy as this. But it will run better, which I'm happy about that. It's truly what I would rather have for playing God of War, because God of War on my PlayStation would make this thing catch on fire because of how beautiful it already looks. I've seen some gameplay footage of it. It looks beautiful. So I'm really excited to play that, and I'm really excited to, play that on stream for a little bit. I'll try one episode and see how that works. If people like it, I'll keep doing it. If people don't like it, I'll just play it on my own. But right now, Dead by Daylight is going to be smaller and shorter right now. Once Christmas time rolls around, like I myself will probably be playing Dead by Daylight during the day, a little bit here and there, because of the fact that I do want to finish that tome and get all my Ghostface stuff. I know that ends in a couple months, so I do need to finish it. But yeah, so I will be able to do that, but I don't know how often I'm going to be doing Dead by Daylight streams for a little while. I worked diligently and tirelessly on this to actually get this to work out so decently. And I'm glad you do like it, Alex. Thank you. But yeah, so I will see how well this goes. How much this like my computer is obviously not a gaming PC. It is a little laptop. It's a gateway laptop I bought on Black Friday. It works. I use it for school, but I'm also going to be using it for, gaming. And so I've got stuff on I got stuff for from Steam on this. It seems to work semi well, and it works enough to be able to play the game. Maybe not something super powerful, but like a nice visual novel that's getting creepy and people get to have fun with that, or whatever things I can find. I know Utoma is like a platforming game, so it's less of me on a mouse and keyboard, or less of me on a mouse and more of me like doing my WAS stuff. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this first little stream. Actually, I forgot one thing I needed to add, but it won't be there to it won't be there this stream, but it will be there tomorrow because I'm going to make it when I finish the stream. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first little bit of PC gaming on stream with my nice little fancy setup. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye. And have a wonderfully creepy night. And sweet dreams, because I guarantee this game is going to get much more screwed up the longer we play it. But see you tomorrow. Don't ask again.